the succeeding initiative to the Year of Return by the government of Ghana, not only to promote tourism and upcoming of Africans and Ghanaians in the diaspora, but to foster economic relations and investments from the diaspora in Africa and Ghana. And to discuss this, I have joining me from Ghana, the wealth management and financial expert Terence Opong. He joins us on the news to discuss this. It's good to have you join us on TV on the World Now.
Good afternoon. Thank you for your time.
All right. So let's look at how far this initiative has gone. It's just 1 year into the initiative, which was inaugurated or commissioned by the president of Ghana, Nana Akufo-Addo. The economy and tourism are two cardinal aspects of this initiative. But in the first year, we've seen COVID-19. How far did this affect the program?
I know, in terms of business and local economy, about 70% of the economy is affected. So 7 out of 10 people are affected. And unfortunately, we don't have similar programs in place, at least not yet, that can bolster a lot of the shock. And so there's things that people are doing. The government is really preparing for this 10-year initiative that launches today. And so as of today, we're launching, Ghana is launching the Beyond the Return initiative, which is a 10-year initiative, which is anchored in 7 pillars that will be announced today at 4 p.m. Ghana time, which will be live streamed as well via Facebook.
But however, yes, please continue.
No, so however, specific to COVID, we are hoping that with the borders now being open, as I'm sure you've noticed, we can start to use some of the lessons we've learned from last year's Year of Return, lessons we're learning from Corona and COVID currently, and even measures we've taken to make Ghana one of the leading countries in terms of how we've handled the situation. It's just, for us, hopefully, this is a new generation, as we are saying. This is an African renaissance. And even the questions that you see in these in Western media around why is Africa not affected, and rumors about maybe the poverty, is what's the cause. We're seeing that Africa is showing the world that we know how to take care of ourselves. We know how to handle pandemics, as we have experienced those recently with Ebola. And so I see a lot of positive signals from diasporians abroad, and also Black Americans, and anyone really who is looking to really connect with a place where there's a lot of promise and hope, despite what has unfortunately been a global pandemic.
Well, talk to us about what prompted this initiative in the first place.
It came from a realization that if we understand our shared history globally, we will see that and it wasn't, 400 is a number that's notable, which aligns with what the US in the United States, they passed legislation to the 400 number to create a commission to study what was done to Black people over 400 years and what these effects are currently because of the psychological effects these have on people. And so based off of that, the initiative was launched similar to the Joseph Project in 2007. And before that, with Nkrumah and other governments, we've always done things to showcase our connection to our brothers and sisters abroad. This is nothing new to Ghana since Nkrumah's time. And so for us, and us being the country spearheaded by our government, what was done was to showcase a connection. How do we start to leverage this coming home? How do we leverage social media, which allows people to see Lagos, right, from their bedroom in LA and long to come home and eat, egusi and things because they can see it in real time, right? So we just captured that audience, I'd say, and for this next initiative, hopefully we can align this with the Africa Continental Free Trade Agreement, which Ghana is the host country for, to really, cause a spillover effect of wealth. So it comes in and we can then showcase really unity, right, by having people visit other nations, not just Ghana. And hopefully that can lead to better understanding, which is the ultimate goal, understanding of each other as humans and humanity, which is what Africa represents, the cradle of humanity.
Let's look at how Ghanaians in diaspora view this initiative now. Let's also look at how the Ghanaians in diaspora view the government's response to COVID-19 and making the country safe for investment and tourism.
My phone doesn't stop ringing. People have been asking me since March when the borders opening, they're ready to come to Ghana. Because again, if you look at the numbers, which some say are flawed, it's 45,000 let's say 50,000, right? Just to round up the numbers, and you multiply that by 4, which gives you 200,000, and you multiply everything else. And then the recoveries, Ghana has estimated 30 million people, so that's still less than 1%. Relative to the US, which is, home, right? I'm an American citizen as well. And you have an unfortunate situation where there's lack of visible leadership. There's leadership, right? But in terms of if it's visible and actually effective, we don't know. And so what I'm seeing for Ghanaians abroad, Nigerians, South Africans, Kenyans, Malians abroad, what they're seeing back home is reassuring. Because in Ghana, you have a situation where less than 1% has been affected, or let's say even 2%, whereas in the US, it's around that number. And so it's a real concern that in the United States, where this is the home of freedom and justice and peace, you're not seeing that showcased during one of the most pivotal times in the world's history over 100 years, whereas in Ghana and Africa, despite all the issues we have, which I know we don't have to discuss those on air, which we live them every day, we're seeing a lot of promise and potential. And so that's what gives us hope as diasporians, as Africans, as people that just see something that we want to really be a part of.
Very interesting. Of course, I would love to be a part of that. Wealth management and financial expert Terence Sapong, it's good to have you join us in The World Now. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.